Are you trying to figure out how to light your easy up or canopy style tent for an art fair? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. Now, on the internet, there's so many recommendations for different ways to light up a canopy tent for an art fair. But the thing is that a lot of these lighting kits have really bad reviews or they're super expensive. And so I wanted to figure out a way to do this on the ultra cheap, but also something that works well. I found these at Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight is known for its really affordable items. And these are by Braun. They're 4-foot LED linkable shop lights. You can link them together. So you have this first one here, and then it is plugged into this one. So you don't need a bunch of different extension cords. One cord will plug them all in. And you can see down here, I don't have it plugged in yet. I'm going to plug it in later. What we're planning to do is hang artwork on this wall, wait until it gets dark, and then turn the lights on and have the big reveal. But I wanted to test it in the wind first. And today it is 20-mile-an-hour winds. So we set up this pop-up tent in my backyard to test it. As you can see, the wind is going, it's blowing the sides a lot to the booth. But these aren't moving at all up here. So even though they're hanging by these chains, which come with the lights, and I thought looked kind of cheap, honestly. I figured they were gonna be a total fiasco, but they're actually really good. And when you hang them on the very top level up here, it allows it to sort of brace against the pole. And this gives it some extra stability from the wind. And it also makes it higher up, so tall people won't hit these with their heads. And that's really important. The other thing that we did when we installed these, they had really long, as you can see, there's some wind and they are moving a little bit, but not too bad. I think it's all at acceptable levels. But on these parts, there was a longer cord. We removed that so that way it wouldn't whack people in the face. You'll see that if you unbox these, if you decide to use them. And we basically, there was a lot of extra cord here. I wrapped it up around the top, but what you might want to do is secure this with a zip tie or bungee ball or something, so that way it doesn't come down and hit people in the head. But for my purposes, this will do just fine. So next we're going to hang artwork, wait till it gets dark, and see what they look like. Easy ups in the wind. So much fun. So I've got some artwork hanging on the wall back here now, and the sun is starting to set. This is often what happens at an art fair that lasts a little bit into the evening. It'll start to get dimmer and dimmer outside, and so you'll want to be able to turn on some lights. And so we're gonna see how it looks. Wow, that's a lot brighter. Okay, I'm gonna do this other one. And that is a lot of light. I'm actually really surprised that they're this bright. I mean, they might be too bright for me because I'm kind of sensitive to lights when it comes to bright lights. But I wanted to show what it would look like with the print bin, just the way it is from the lights. This is good. I mean, if a person's looking at this, they can see the prints well. They don't really need an extra light, but if you wanted to, you can get one of these gooseneck lights. You can get these for like 30 bucks on Amazon, and you can mount it to the print rack. And what's nice about doing this is if the person is standing in front of it without the light, you might be creating some shadows on these prints, right? Just from your body looking through them. But if you turn this on, it helps to eliminate some of that, and it creates more vibrancy on the print bin. So if prints are one of the big things you're selling, adding an extra light to the print bin is a good idea, but I don't actually think it's necessary. I mean, these turned out to be brighter than I thought they would be. So you don't have to do that, but if you want to, it's a possibility. So when comparing these lights to my more professional lighting setup in my more professional booth, because I have a Flourish Trimline booth that I also have their lighting kit. It is a track lighting system, and it kind of goes through a pole through the top of the booth. And those lights are amazing because they're up higher, so they don't shine in your eyes so much. That's one of the negatives I would say with these, is that they are lower. You could potentially raise the roof of this tent up higher because I have it on the lowest setting. And so that would be something that I would do if I was using these out at an art fair. I would raise the whole entire tent up. When you're packing these lights, since there are bulbs in there, they're glass, they could break if they hit the ground. So if I use these lights, what I plan to do is pack them back in the boxes that they came in, so that way that they are secure. Because that's one of the things to consider, is the portability of a lighting system that you get. If it isn't very portable and it isn't easy easy to hook up, then it's going to be a hindrance to you when you're setting up your booth. And these are super easy. You literally just hang them up there and plug them in, one cord. It can't get easier than that. Honestly, I think these are easier to set up than my pro lights. So one other thing that's kind of a negative about these lights is the lighting distribution when you look at it on the wall. And you can see what I'm saying here. Right below this light, it's really bright. But then as you get further away from it, this piece over here and this piece over here, the edges of them aren't nearly as lit as these pieces are. And so if you're looking for even lighting, these are not going to be as even as the professional lights, because since the professional lights are track lights, you can literally point them at the walls in the areas that you want to be lit. That said, I mean, for 50 bucks, these are an excellent buy, really good value, because my professional lighting kit cost me around $1,000. And so if you are weighing the pros and cons of these and you don't have a lot of money, I would definitely go with these lights. If you'd like to learn more about doing art fairs and being successful as an artist in your art business, watch this playlist. There are over 16 videos in there showing you just about everything you need to know about doing art fairs. All right, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.